we're gonna hear from the Miss. Can I get your name?
I'm going to be representing the client today.
All right, so let's hear from the defendant's attorney first.
Right. So basically, my client's going to be wanting to sue PD for negligence and also emotional harm, and being put in the way of potential bodily harm as well.
Perfect.
The amount.
Oh yeah. Wait. What did we? Oh yeah, 800K. Yeah. So he wants to sue PD for 800K.
All right. 800 gain damages.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, so where do we start?
I'd like to make a quick opening statement, if I may.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go.
Well, this is a pretty clear-cut case. I think the evidence shows it right off the bat. Pretty much the instant the evidence begins. The alleged suspect here over there is holding a assault rifle and overlooking a bank. Then afterwards, he is talking to what seems to be a friend over the radio at around 2 minutes and talks about opening fire on police. Then about the negligence and the bodily harm. When you're in the middle of a gunfight, which I don't think many of you have in this courtroom, Bill, it's hard to get everything right, and officer safety is #1 priority. We try to do what we can, but when your criminal friends come and shoot at us, it's tough for us to make sure they don't hit you too. The situation, I think, shows it for itself. I'm ready for a good case. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. So I reviewed the video myself, and I gotta say, there's definitely some things done wrong from both sides. But we'll get to that. I would like to hear from the defendant's side now.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, you've already seen the evidence. I was going to show you the evidence, but you've already seen it. So if you look in the video at the timestamp of 1 minute 55 to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you can clearly see that the defendant here has been, or walks up the ladder.
What time do you guys close?
Unarmed. He doesn't have his gun out or anything like that. He knows that he did wrong by brandishing his firearm in the beginning, and this is not what this court case is about. Just want to point that out. But he walks up the ladder unarmed and starts to try to talk to this officer, while this officer is pointing his assault rifle directly at this client's head, and doesn't identify himself in any way. Walks
Objection,
up to him.
We have incredible trigger safety in the PD. It's trained very well.
Okay.
And this man is a dangerous criminal. Pointing a weapon at him is not the worst thing that could have happened.
Irrelevance? Just...
All right, let the man finish his story.
Sorry, I don't know how to object properly.
Okay. So, yeah. So the officer refuses to. He didn't refuse to identify himself, but he doesn't identify himself before immediately walking up to this client and putting him in handcuffs. The client then asks him where his badge is because he cannot see any form of identification on the police officer. There's no indication that he is a police officer, and he wanted to know basically who he was. And I believe it is our right to know what a police officer's badge number is and their name, unless I am wrong on that. But yeah. And then also at the 5 minute and 25 second mark in the video, you can clearly see my client is standing there cuffed after being there for, let's say, 3 minutes straight. And
What the?
That's cool.
Oh shit, did he just got assassinated?
What just happened?
In the fucking courtroom, man.
We got an EMS in the building or something?
What just happened?
Good job, police.
Oh shit.
Real mature, PD, nice.
Really? Couldn't
Whoa.
really search him? Jesus.
Can I get a name of who that was?
What the fuck?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
That
wow.
was pretty poor.
Should we leave?
No, I think the best thing to do is stay in the room here. I'm gonna guard the door.
And the
Yeah, I'm
PD
sure
wants
he's
us
just-
to trust them with our lives. Nice.
I'm sure he's just low on blood
Thank you for leaving my
sugar,
seat.
so...
I don't feel safe here. This is a dangerous spot.
Sir, I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask you not to
let me
leave until we figure out what's
I
going
don't
on.
remember.
Yo,
who
I
was
just
on
got
the
killed
bus,
in the
somebody
courtroom.
I need an escort out then.
Oh.
By who?
Someone
need,
shot me in the head.
Go D's.
My emotional
I
I
state
need
is
to go do
getting
my driver's
worse.
test.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't we all
The
sue the
cops have
police?
the guy that did it. Is he
Fuck.
wearing a black and white
Holy
jacket?
shit.
I don't
Who
know.
the hell's
I'm down,
drinking
I
beers
guess.
in this court?
I'm dying today,
And
boys.
guns?
Get down.
That's
Everybody
what
get
I'm
down.
saying.
You
Like,
okay?
Who did
even
it?
if the metal detectors don't work
Did
there,
what?
people
Who's
should
Shoot
the
know
man?
you can't take
Yeah,
them.
who shot me?
I don't fucking know who shot you.
security there. Me.
Well, it's probably security that did it.
You did it?
Let me get away from you.
What's with this guy crouched on the ground?
And that's how Mike dies forever.
I don't know.
Laying down. Nico, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to get away from this guy and not get.
He's trying to fucking get
Sir,
covered.
please
dude.
don't leave, sir.
A
Stop.
defendant just got shot in the fucking head, dude. Why we have fucking 7 police here trying to defend us? Nice.
Yeah, because when I voted yay to her, I never fucking.
I think the police are in on it. I'm
Sir, I'm
scared.
gonna have to ask you not to
Wow,
leave.
I'm leaving. I don't trust this
I
place.
like that should have been
Yeah.
mentioned.
The only reason why it's like that, because Pete made it.
Yeah, but he ran out, I think. And if it did
Why
come
were
in
the
there, then we
doors
need to know what's going on.
unlocked anyway.
That could have
I feel
been you,
like-
Judge.
I feel like I'm not.
Could have been any of
justified for
us. Any of us good citizens of Los Santos.
I thought he was just low on blood sugar.
No,
No,
I
you got
in the head.
shot.
No, he got shot.
Please don't leave.
Your Honor, this is what we mean about the negligence for PD. They can't even search everyone properly.
Oh yeah, don't get me started.
Sir,
I beg to differ. Even JFK got shot in a convoy of Secret Service.
Oh my.
Clearly,
Okay,
you didn't
yeah.
search everyone properly.
I'll
or else he
pretend
would've
I
shot
didn't
in
hear
the
that.
head.
Yeah, how can you say that JFK got shot when he's got miles of open around him, but we're in an enclosed fucking courtroom and you let it
Abraham Lincoln, motherfucker.
Nice, dude. Nice.
He was in a small, confined space too.
Do we have a
He was
jury,
on
or
a
is
balcony
this-
that's open.
I believe technology has advanced a little bit since Abraham Lincoln, sir.
All right,
To be
well, you
honest,
know
this
what?
happens
If you
all
guys,
the
if
time.
y'all
The
paid your
same.
taxes and our little machine out there beeped when somebody came through with actual guns, maybe we would have been warned.
Well, maybe just do your
I bet
job
none of you
right.
pay taxes.
I do.
All right, can we proceed?
I don't know. I don't want to get shot in the head again. It didn't feel good.
Then hide.
Just, yeah, I was gonna say, duck behind this wall here.
That boy got cooked.
Okay, this is really uncomfortable.
I agree.
So do we know who shot me?
No idea.
Nope.
There's a bunch of people outside and like 5 officers with 1 guy in cuffs, so it might be him.
Can I get a description on what he's wearing?
Nope.
Like
I
greenish
just got
looking.
news. It's a.
No description.
It's
That is police
actually a new citizen, so we're gonna remove him for a while.
So can we proceed with the court case then?
Oh, my bad, bro.
Am I clear to leave the courtroom? Okay,
Ow.
good.
Oh wow, now police are slapping civilians.
Louse. Why?
Bullshit!
Oh shit. Are you alright?
No, I tripped.
Eating crap, so that's why I did it. Fuck the police, man. Fuck the fuck.
Seats.
All right, so let's proceed. Yeah.
All right, so as I was saying, at the timestamp of 5 minutes and 25 seconds to around 7 minutes, my client was left in handcuffs on top of a roof while there was automatic gunfire going on around him. And also you can see another officer who is standing right next to him immediately get shot directly in the cheek, maybe 5 inches from my client's head. So I believe there is a little bit of retraining that is needed in PD, and obviously negligence that's going on. If you can see where I'm coming from.
Guys, did you guys see how he looked like? Anyone?
I didn't see
Nah,
anything,
man.
man. I just saw a bullet
Yeah,
came
he
and
was
that's it.
just kicked. He was just kicked from the city.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
he was a new citizen.
okay.
Why would he? What the?
All right, so yeah,
You going?
I gotta say I agree with you there. You know, police definitely could use some more training. Alright, so I also gotta say, Mr. Defendant, could you identify yourself?
Me? My
Yeah,
name
go
is
ahead.
Yeah,
my name is Mike Hawk.
yeah, good stuff, you know. Sorry I'm a bit off today. Anyways, nice shirt. I got the same one.
Thank you. This is one of my best clothing. I
So,
wanted to show up and be respectful.
yeah, so my question is, what were you doing handling an illegal firearm in the first place?
Can we bring him to the stand if we're going to be asking him questions? Because, yeah. Go ahead and get up there, sir.
Okay.
And if you want these type of questions to be asked,
The fuck is this guy?
I'd assume that he's going to be asking the questions.
Yeah, I'd also
regarding this matter.
strongly advise your client to know when to plead the fifth.
Yeah, definitely. So you're going to go ask some questions?
What was the question?
So, would you care to explain what were you doing carrying an illegal firearm?
Well, I was initially involved in the bank robbery that was happening.
Understandable.
I'd like to ask a few
So-
questions here, if I may, as well, when you're
I
done.
was wondering, did you get sentenced after this?
Yes, sir. I got sentenced and fined.
Yeah, what was the sentence? Can we get a word on that?
You don't have to. I think it might be in the evidence. But if I was,
It is. It's at the very end of the video.
I think it's something of 20 to 30 months and a $50,000 fine.
Alright. So, I was wondering, you know, after this event, did you visit the therapist by any chance?
Yes. And I ended up buying 3 puppies to be emotional support puppies.
They're big dogs.
Yeah, what was the therapist's name?
I don't know. I only saw him once.
Yeah, well, you know, next time make sure you visit the real therapist. You know, one that doesn't tell you to buy more dogs.
Hey, those dogs.
And get me a name of him. You know, that could really help your case.
Hey, I need a name as a
But
therapist.
if you don't have a statement from the therapist, I guess I'll have to ask you a few more questions.
Sure.
Yeah. I couldn't help to notice, but you were just standing that whole time. Like, what would you say was the reason for that? Were you traumatized or what?
I was handcuffed.
Oh, but you couldn't move?
No, this was before you were able to move the handcuffs.
Oh, alright, thanks for clarifying that for me.
Yes, sir.
Alright, that'll be all from me, but I'm sure maybe the officer might have some questions.
Is it yours?
Davenport. Alright, I'd like to move for my client to be removed from the stand, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I would
Looks
like to
like
clarify
nobody's
one
got
more
any
thing.
more questions.
Okay.
Since I'm up here. I only realized that the individual was a police officer once he was within a foot or two when I was being handcuffed. Before then,
Sorry.
Huh?
No, never mind. Continue.
I only was able to identify him as a police officer at that time. Up until then, I really wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, about that, could we get some clarification on officers' standard set uniforms? Was that
That
Was
was
the
not
officer-
That's
put out
already
at the
been moved.
time, but that's been remedied. As
Yeah,
well
that's
as
been
that
moved.
officer was wearing, I believe, an identification card around his neck and his collar said police on it as well.
Alright.
His collar was covered up by the jacket that he's wearing, though.
Officer, do you have any more questions for the...
Yes, I do have a few questions.
I mean, honestly, this is not the defendant though, right?
What do you mean? This what?
I think we're the defendant at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry for asking this, you know, I haven't slept much today.
Oh yeah, no worries. Understandably, you hear a lot of court cases.
Yeah.
Alright, sir, I'd like to ask you why around 40 minutes I hear in the evidence that you were planning on opening fire against my officers.
Let me go ahead and look at the evidence real quick.
As well as I'd like to know who your companions were and why they opened fire when you in their sights. I think you should
Objection
find
or
better
relevance,
friends.
please.
I beg to differ.
40 minutes?
Well,
what does that relate to the case at all?
Your second claim that he was in the gunfire.
You might want to come back here then.
His friend shot at him.
But you have no right to ask for identities of those people, is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, well, that's fair. But
That's
I'd like to
true.
know why you're... I mean, honestly, he needs to find better friends. They opened fire with him in the way.
So, what... Can you
So
give
it's a
me...
statement and
Might
not a question.
also be true.
I see that as a statement and not a question.
Sir,
Yeah.
do you think you should find better friends? Would you open fire with one of your friends at the end of a barrel?
This is not why we're here.
I think that's a bit irrelevant.
I would like to...
I had very little time to prepare for this.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Back to my first question, though. Why was I hearing you?
Can I get an
wanted to
actual
open up
timestamp? Because the
fire?
video was only 17
I believe it was
minutes
40
long.
seconds.
Oh, 40 seconds. Okay.
It's very early. Before you walked upstairs.
I'd like to point out that the officer had no knowledge of him saying that he wanted to open fire on these people, and therefore did
How
not.
do you speak into a radio without somebody?
The alert wasn't wrong.
He was on top of the application. There's no way anybody heard him.
Come on in.
I mean, the officer is within his eyesight, within about 15 meters.
You're gonna have to bear with me. My connection
no
to
worries.
my brain is really, really bad right now.
Should probably get that checked
No,
out
it's
by
okay.
a doctor.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, we should all get checked out by a doctor, probably.
Yeah, you can come on out. Put your hands up.
Are you guys in comms, talking to the police outside?
Alright,
or?
so,
I'm just
any
talking
more
with the group,
questions?
but they're gonna fall back on us quick. They seem to be.
No, I think that's all for now, Your Honor.
Alright,
Come on
in. You can step down now.
You
I
might have
still
to
would
open
like
fire.
to
The alert wasn't wrong.
If it doesn't work, it's understandable. His brain is...
Yeah,
I didn't
I guess
hear
we'll wait a
anything. You
bit.
said 40 seconds?
Yeah, it might be slightly before that. Let me go check.
Okay.
Sir, please do not speak in the courtroom.
Like they saw me, I just
At
started
40
walking.
yeah,
walk
right at 39
Is there a cop
seconds,
up
you
here?
might have to
Wait,
open
wait.
fire.
Fucking. You might have to open fire.
The alert.
Start at 36.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard it. What was the original question, though?
I was wondering why you advanced on an officer, first of all. And two, why you were talking about opening fire. I mean, you submitted evidence of your crime.
So, let's reverse that 1 and 2 because 2 was your initial one. 2, that was not me speaking. And the first one, what was the first question? Sorry. That was not me speaking.
Why did you advance on the officer?
I mean, I figured, he would want me. I mean, should I just left? Is that what you recommend next time?
Yes.
Oh, alright. I
I recommend you just walk away unless he tells you otherwise.
Well,
instead of advancing on him, he easily thought you were a threat.
I had no weapons on me. Well, I mean, in my hands.
He was unarmed, sir.
Unarmed, I beg to differ. 2 seconds before he had an illegal assault rifle out.
And he put it away, did he not, before he walked up the ladder?
It doesn't make any sense why you would advance on an officer in the middle of a crime scene.
Well, he might be surrendering, right? I'm
Why
just
was his
saying.
hands not up?
Alright,
He
well,
could have easily reached
anyway,
into a pocket.
it seems like we're not asking any more questions here.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's stop speculating and
I'd like to ask the client a few questions, actually.
perfect.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right, Mike, was it?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Please inform the courtroom of these few questions that I have. Okay.
Sure.
Did you or did you not fire a single shot during that whole situation there?
I did not.
And you did put away your gun right after you decided to walk off of that little plaintiff off of Pink Cage. Did you not?
Yes, sir. The gun was.
And when you approached this officer, did you have any intention of threatening this officer at all?
No, sir. In all honesty,
Got you.
it would have been.
Objection. In the video,
Yeah.
his friends are pushing him to shoot the officer.
While that may be true, that doesn't affect his actions at any point, does it?
It affects his state of mind.
Sir, I would
Clearly
like to,
not, though.
I would like to point
Alright,
out that
Irrelevant. Anyways.
Objection denied.
All right. Moving on. Before you were arrested, this officer had his gun pointed directly at your head while you were unarmed, and I'm sure you felt threatened, right?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. And did the officer proceed to identify himself at any point in time during this whole situation?
Matter of fact, not. I attempted to talk to him. I even did. I don't know how to explain it without saying it, but slash me, like asking if his mic was maybe messed up or something.
Right, you like wrote him notes. Gotcha.
Yeah, I wrote a note trying to get him to be like, "Hey,
Sign
are you
language.
okay?" or something. Yeah, something like that. And he didn't say anything. Then I, got arrested.
Gotcha. And then prior to that whole interaction, he left you cuffed on top of the motel, where immediately afterwards a large shootout happened and a bullet flew 5 inches from your face. Right?
Yeah, that was pretty scary.
Right. I rest my my questions here.
Alright, you may sit.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I would like to move to bring Frederick Frost to the stand, if possible.
Yeah, let's get to the witnesses part. Or,
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to move forward with my questions as soon as he gets up there, okay?
Yeah, you can go first, sure.
Beautiful. All right, Officer Frost, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
Great, great. So while you were on the scene and you went up to the client over here, what was your thought process when you were up there? And did you not think to move him at all? Like, your training says to put people out of the line of fire, get all the people out of harm's way, and it just seems that he was left up there to be shot at while this whole shootout was going on.
Well, the shootout was happening across the street at the bank because there's a robbery in progress. So I
Okay.
figured I would leave him up there. I didn't want to take him down the ladder because I wasn't sure if people were going to run towards the pink cage. I was looking around to make sure nobody came up behind. And then, yes, I left him up there because I thought that was the safest spot, to be honest.
All right, but obviously it wasn't, because directly after you tried to initiate contact with him, you were shot in the face.
Yep. So I realized that.
Okay. And during your training as an officer, did they not give you the protocols on how to treat the suspects that you already have in handcuffs after you've handcuffed them?
Well, to be honest with you, I wasn't the one that handcuffed him. I was in the helicopter. So it's kind of all just happening
Good day.
at the same time. There was shooting, there was a fucking helicopter, all kinds of stuff. So I wasn't really, I guess, thinking the straightest at the moment.
Right. You know, it's a lot of pressure. I understand. But in regards to the whole training thing, did they or did they not teach you guys what to do with the suspects after you've handcuffed them.
I was trained to do that.
Could you explain the procedure?
Pistol.
Could you explain the procedure for me?
I'm gonna go in my head for a minute.
What you learned?
Yeah, during training, what to do with suspects after you've cuffed them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember the exact step by step. I've kind of just been doing it, you know. I did kind of, you know, slip up a little bit. I should have moved him.
So you were kind of learning on the fly as an officer then?
No, I was learning on the fly. I had my training, and then ever since I had that, I've been kind of following the.
Okay. So, as it stands, do you think that you've been properly trained by the PD?
I do believe so. Yes.
But you're saying that in this situation, it was not executed correctly.
Yes, but that's on my behalf, not the PD's.
Well, your behalf and Chuck Walker's. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end my questioning here. No further questions.
All right, officer, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I got a few. Alright, so like you said, you thought that that was the safest place on the ground. Could have been even more dangerous. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So, give me a sec here. I need to make sure I word this correctly. Would you say you felt threatened when in the middle of a bank robbery somebody kept approaching you?
Yes, I would.
Would you say that in the heat of the moment, when bullets are flying, it is difficult to always make the right decision?
100%.
Would you say that you feel to the best of your ability you did your job to keep that man safe?
Yes.
Alright, that's all. I mostly just wanted to say to the judge that this is a clear case of an unpredictable world we live in, and the criminals in the city are getting more and more intense and violent. We try to do the best we can, but sometimes mistakes are made, sometimes bullets fly. That doesn't mean that it should be a result of suing PD. We are doing the job to the best of our ability, and he did the job to his training. That's all.
All right, well, thanks for the speech, officer. I'll also take that as your closing statement.
Yep.
Could I add a quick note?
Of course.
Okay, so the defendant just said that he was doing his job, that his officer up there was doing his job according to his training, but clearly the officer, when I was asking him the questions, said that he was not.
Yeah.
Right, so
Got that.
sounds contradicting to me.
All right. Nice input. Do we got any more witnesses or people to call on the stand?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Alright.
I would like to make a closing statement, though.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So, while I do understand that while bullets are flying around you, you are going to get, under a little bit of pressure.
Dude, this is...
What the fuck?
I'm fine.
I'm alright. That was... really
What the
Barney.
fuck?
Why do we still have those doors unlocked, though?
What the fuck? Nothing went past the front door out there.
Holy shit.
Jesus, man.
Does anyone have their body
Start
cams
deep in
on?
him.
I do.
Oh.
Dude, like, no one was near that door. They're all outside. And the car blew up, and this place blew up for some reason.
It was,
I saw somebody just walked out,
Oh, I'm bleeding out. I can't bandage myself up. Say goodbye to my wife.
I got the body cam. It's gonna be in Paradise Moments, boys.
Nice police work once again.
Thank you.
That's a case of terrorism.
Didn't even
What a-
sweep the
That seemed to be a
courthouse for
nuclear bomb.
fucking explosion.
Holy shit.
No one had explosives on him here. The car blew up and this place blew up for some reason.
Yeah, you didn't search
Yeah.
the courthouse before court went in
People
session to
in-
see if
Okay,
there was
why don't you
Listen,
why don't you
listen.
why don't you try to be a cop and see how we do?
Listen, people, everybody in the city blew up just
Everyone
now.
quiet down. This is clearly a case of a nuclear bomb going off underground.
The
Yeah,
world
yeah, yeah.
isn't safe anymore.
Order, whatever. Just let's
Order in
try
the
to
court.
finish
Everybody
this.
settle down. As soon as everybody's up and going, I'd like to finish my my closing statement.
Go ahead. I mean, the courtroom is in shambles.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we're nearing the end of this one.
Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, so basically, as I was saying, while I understand that bullets flying and everything going around your head and being in the heat of the moment can, alter your state of mind, I don't think that's any excuse for the way that my client was treated, and I still think we're going to push forward with the suit of PD, because my client endured some heavy needs for therapy, if you know what I'm saying. He got some emotional distress going on, and I
And
can
next time,
understand it.
just make sure he visits an actual therapist.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I can't do anything about that. So we're doing it now.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
that's why we're suing for emotional distress and negligence, a failure to follow due process. And I'm gonna go ahead and end my
Yeah.
closing statement there.
perfect. I'm gonna take a minute or two to reach my decision, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey,
Outside for a second.
Yep. If everyone wants to step outside while the judge makes his decision.
All right, yes, sir.
Duck down here and switch into my bomb squad uniform.
hopefully
Yeah, there better be a PD officer out here fucking protecting us. Even
Okay,
though it ain't
listen.
useless
There was
anyway.
a fucking hacker.
He's a hacker.
He's
Nice,
he's
dude.
up
What's a
to-
hacker? You know, hackers use their shit to hack
Bro,
into
Jimbo,
shit.
why
They
do you
don't blow
talk so
stuff
much?
up.
You want me to fucking put you in jail so you shut up? Thank you.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Holy.
Police brutality in a courthouse. Good
You
job,
have a
bud.
big mouth.
Dude, real mature, dude.
Holy shit.
Nice. Criminal threats coming from a PD
I
officer.
fucking hate court.
Soul?
Yeah.
Do we think this is gonna be wrapped up here soon? I have to.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
probably.
know why my backpack.
Okay,
is
cool.
so
Because
cold.
I.
You
who
can
the
you
fuck
can
is that?
leave.
Oh, I'm in my
Sure.
bomb squad uniform. I'm just making sure.
The
Fuck is Davenport, for fuck's sake.
I have to make sure the place is safe.
I think we're past that point, honestly.
But this is gonna protect me in case the second bomb goes off.
Why is
But,
it when my court case comes, I get shot in the head and the courtroom explodes?
Why are you handcuffed?
Maybe it's a testament to how ridiculous the court case is.
Look, we'll leave that up to the judge. How about that?
Yeah, it was in my head for
Yeah,
half
if
the
you
court case. And
leave the
most
city
slow
whenever,
shit ever.
that's fine. We'll just let you know what happens. Because, say, if you do win, we get paid out, and then we'll go ahead and just give you the payment.
Okay. I mean, I've made it this far. I kind of just want to,
Why
get
the
it
fuck
wrapped
is
up.
the
get it
bomb
wrapped
squad
up.
just standing there?
Yeah, yeah.
Do we have like?
I
know
can't get into my inventory and my backpack to pull out my.
Here, let me
device.
ask Sam right now to see if he's almost done.
Hold on, I need to
I'll
get a
let him
change
know.
real quick.
Not gonna lie, that bomb squad outfit's fucking awesome, dude.
Dude, that it is. It's like a Jagernaut. Jaggernaut. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, things
Yo,
are
can
wrong.
you wear
I
that
can't
for the rest of the
use-
case? That thing's fucking sick.
I don't want to, and I'm trying to get out of it, but I can't.
Yo, it's probably hot as fuck in there, though. You're probably sweating, ain't you?
Yeah, where's the temperature?
So Jim Bob, what'd you think?
I think it's a pretty good case. I can see both sides. You know what I mean? Like both points of view coming here because you initially, were involved in a crime.
So you can come in again.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm stuck.
Hey,
in this.
so
It got
before we
lunchtime,
resume, can I talk to you for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
Are we allowed to walk back into the courthouse?
Yep.
Courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Apologies, Your Honor. A few of my muscles are scuffed, and I can't get rid of this.
That's fine.
I think it
What?
looks cool. So
Make sure you get it checked out after the hearing.
Yeah, I think I just need a quick nap. That should fix it.
Oh, look, it's back.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut, Jesus.
Juggernaut.
Nout.
Damn, the judge got some nice fucking legs.
Oh, thank you, son.
It's all that nicotine.
Nico what?
Nicotine.
It's look at this structural engineering right here. This thing is holding up.
Alrighty.
Just air.
It's actually glass. It's like the most fine.
This man actually changed in his bomb uniform.
We're not going to talk about it. The latches got stuck. I can't get out of it. It's a large thing.
Someone pulled a zipper.
Alright, so are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I reached my decision. I gotta say, you know, we're not gonna go into what our, you know, I still don't know how to call your side, man. I'm sorry, but you know, the suing side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you guys, you know, with the weapon and everything, I gotta say, you know, we're not here to judge that, but as far as the officer's professionalism goes, it could have been handled better. You know, Mr. here was obviously traumatized, and you guys should have made sure to take care of his safety, seeing how he couldn't even move and take care of his own. I realize we fixed that since then, but you know, that's on you guys, and I hope you train your officers better, and next time make sure that when gunfire goes down, you protect people as well as yourself. That being said, I saw the officer got shot, and I gotta say, you know, I don't know if we should judge the officer in this case either, because yeah, you know, he got shot, so maybe his actions were impaired as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and issue the full cost of the client's demands. I mean, suing client's demands of 800K. We'll pay that from the city, and we won't suspend the officer. But I hope you guys, you know, train your guys better. That'll be all. So, court adjourned, and thanks for participating.
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright,
Alright, if you want
beautiful.
to come down to PD, I can issue that check.
Gang shit, motherfucker.